Hello there, this is Eric Lewis from It's DJ, and in this video I am revisiting the Techno Rumble production technique. I'm going to show you how you can do this 100% in the box with Ableton Live using all of their standard factory native plugins. So we're going to be looking at mainly the reverb. So let me show you what I have here to play in this file. Let me go ahead and start with bar number 9. And I'll just play you a little bit more of this tune. Okay, so let me show you how I made this low end here. So if we just solo it, solo the whole low end group. Okay, so here's what I have going on. I have a kick drum playing from the sampler. I've got a little bit of, I got a decent amount of EQ being boosted around 49, 50 hertz or so by a good amount. And then I'm rolling off some over here. Now, sometimes you don't even need to boost that much with your kicks. It just happened to be the case in this example. The other thing that I've done is before the sampler goes into EQ, I've brought the level down using the gain plugin. I'm of the thinking that it is important to gain stage, and when you do get a lot of sample packs, they're often way too loud. You can see how loud this would be by how big that wave file is. If you look at that, it's pretty big. So I pull it down into the -12 to -18 range. I'm not going to get on a big side tangent about why you should do this, but it does help me get a good sound at the end result. I think the whole 30 whatever floating point thing only matters when you export, but that's more rare. But anyway, so let's talk about Rumble. So the Techno Rumble that everyone tries to do. So I've got a kick. And then over here, that's the rumble. So I'm going to show you how I got that sound. That's actually one of my own samples. It's just a recorded reverb tail. And then again, I'm gain staging it before it goes into the auto filter. And then the other thing that I have just for a little low end percussion is this massive synth. And then when you have everything together, so this massive part here only provides a little bit of kind of percussive clickiness, and you can see that I've rolled off a lot of the low end that would be in this sound. Because if I left that low in there, it would really mess everything up. I'll show you what I mean if I don't have that rolled off. It's definitely it's cleaner, not super noticeable surprisingly, but it's definitely it's cleaner. So anyway, So that is how you do it. Now, how do you generate this sound? Well, it's actually quite simple. I'm going to go to bar 225 at the end of this tune, where I've just made a little bit of workspace here, if you will, so I can show you this for the sake of example. So, as discussed, I have my kicks. Kind of sounds like a boring old kick drum, a nice kick drum, but rather, you know, boring, all by itself. So what I've done is we're going to add the Ableton Reverb to this, and the settings are somewhat important. You probably want to use quality high. You're not going to want much stereo, so you're going to want to bring the stereo down. You can probably play with decay time how you like. I have it set in the middle. You're going to want everything going through, so you don't want your kick playing at all. And then you want to leave in the lows. So usually you would probably filter out some of the lows, but in this case you want the lows. The spin and early reflections you could probably play with, same with the chorus, but this is what I just did in this example. So what you'll do, and in the process I'll give you a little lesson on routing audio. What you'll do is let that play. So I just removed some notes. I wanted to get one note going through. See, that's what I want. Something like this. The whole thing. All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your reverb tail. You're going to record this to an audio track, and you're going to say, where do I want to get my audio from? And you're going to hit the kick, because that's the track. This has the reverb. So I want audio to come from here. And you're going to record enable, and you're going to record it. So basically, that's what I've done already. But if I wanted to do it again, record enable. So this is what you're looking for. Okay, so you want a nice file like this. Now that waveform looks a little small, but that's okay. So now I want, just going to duplicate the kick drum going. So there's this. Now I don't want this on anymore. So this reverb on the kick served this purpose. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so what I've done down here, I have a MIDI track. Okay, I've taken this file and I've dragged it into here, and it looks like that. I've turned the gain up a little bit. You want to use one shot. So now what I've done is I also have, here are the notes. So here's my kick drum, and I'm just going to copy this over here because I want the reverb recording to go boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that doesn't sound too good. So what we're going to do is we want to use a low pass filter, or the auto filter is easy. And I'm going to turn this on. And there you have it. So what you want to do is, step one is play your kick drum through a reverb on 100% wet. You want the full sound of the reverb, no original sound of the kick coming through. You're going to bring that onto a second track over here, pull this recorded sound into simpler, trigger the note on the downbeat. So every quarter note is going to get a boom. And one thing you might do is play a little bit with the start point of the, you may want to pull the start point up a little bit. Other than that, there's really nothing fancy to do in simpler. Maybe adjust your some of these settings to taste. And then the other magic is add the auto filter, and you just want the lows to come through, right? You don't want all the high end of the recorded reverb tail. But there is low stuff in there that's going to be good for you. And I kind of like that. So another cool thing, if you want to get this file, which is a completely done track, and if you want to dissect how I mix and set up tracks, you can do that. There's a new partnership between me and Abletunes. So if you don't know what Abletunes is, it's a site where you can come and get templates that are already done for you, so you can learn and dissect, and you can use these to make your own songs, because everything is laid out, everything is available as MIDI. So you can come into this and you can replace all the notes, or you can replace all the sounds with your own kicks. You just need massive, so all these synths and whatnot can all be customized with different sounds to your liking. And there you have it. This is a full Ableton template for techno, all set up, mixed and mastered. This is my raw file. Again, it is available for purchase on the Abletunes site. It sounds like this. My internet is a little bad, but anyway, the link will be in the video. It's name of the tune is called Afraid, and basically heavy drums, rumbling bass, filtered stab synths, and a processed vocal Afraid sample. So yeah, this kind of has your bigger room techno sound. You can adjust the BPM to your liking, but it's 126. Also, if you struggle with arrangements and breakdowns, you can see what it is that I've done. So look at here. I'll just play this through the until the drop. So that's what I have for you. Again, in terms of the low end and rumble, all we have are kick, Ableton Reverb, record your kick going through the reverb, take that recorded reverb tail, throw it in your sampler, trigger the reverb tail on every quarter note as you would with the kick, and then you're going to add the auto filter on the low pass settings and roll off a lot of the high end. Don't let the high end energy in the recorded reverb come through, and there you have it. You will have your Techno Rumble all done in Ableton. Pretty easy. Take these basic ingredients and work with it on your own. Add your unique flair to it. And again, if you're struggling to get your tracks fully mixed, arranged, and sounding good, and you want to, you like what I do and want to kind of learn from me, this would be a great way. This file is available for purchase on the Ableton site, link in video, and you get everything. You just need massive for the different synth parts, but you get all the presets. You see how I would mix them in Ableton, how I group everything together. You get access to all these files, all the audio files, the presets for the synths, and you can see how I've laid out my tune. You know, you could take your own basic idea and fill it out into this arrangement. You could, you know, replace the kick with your own kick sounds and your own reverb sounds. You could tweak these presets. You could change the notes. You know, that's the basic idea of how you can, you know, learn, dissect, and use these files on the Abletunes site. Now, I gotta say, what's impressive about Abletunes is that some of the files he sells, I mean, there's like big DJ support behind these. These are completely done tracks. You know, I've seen other templates, but they only give you like 145 some odd bars, so it's not really a full song that's done. And some of them can be you know, rather cheesy. The sounds are kind of here today and gone tomorrow. I didn't find that to be the case with the Abletunes site, and on some of them, as I was scrolling through, there was Richie Hawtin was playing one of these tunes. So anyhow, that's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this template is up for sale on the Abletunes site. I think it's just under $30, so go ahead and grab it. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.